Well, with a record number of migrants still seeking to enter the U.S., the Biden administration today unveiling some new procedures aimed at speeding up asylum processing and deportations at the southern border. Correspondent Marky Martin joins us live from Dallas. Now, Marky, the current asylum process could take years. That's as of right now. So how much could these changes speed up that process?
By a lot, Nichole. And Nichole, the White House is hoping that today's announcement will allow for those cases to be decided in a matter of months instead of years. Also, today's announcement really putting a lot of newfound power, responsibility in the hands of those immigration officers who will now essentially get to approve or deny on the spot whether those cases are granted. You know, previously that was a power only held in the hands of immigration judges in the courts. Specifically in terms of timing, the average asylum case right now takes about 4 years to decide. They're hoping that with today's new approach and measures, that'll look more like 90 days. A lot of experts saying, 90 days, we will see that when we believe it, since each case is so wildly different and unique. But the Biden administration, their essential message is this. This expedites those cases. It takes care of migrants and their families a lot quicker. It alleviates a lot of pressure off of the courts and those judges. But Nichole, I will say there's a lot of work ahead that needs to be done because that immigration backlog, it has gotten steep. More migrants are coming by the day, and especially as we've seen and heard, some even coming from Ukraine right now. Nichole.
Well, yeah, and absolutely. Mark, you say that, each case is actually different. Of course, we know that. But how many cases are we talking about, and when will the new rules go into effect?
Nichole, we're talking about an immigration asylum backlog that has reached 1.7 million cases. Even Attorney General Merrick Garland saying these new expedited measures, this will alleviate pressures from everybody, from the courts, from the judges. I did talk to an immigration attorney today about the timing of this announcement. I said, this has been an issue for years. Why today? He doesn't think this has anything to do with the Ukraine crisis, but rather it aligning with the pandemic really alleviating here. But my other big question to him was, how does this play out? Does this result in more speedy deportations, or does it result in more cases getting approved? Take a listen.
Let's say you receive on a day 100 applicants and 95% of them are well prepared and they have valid reasons to seek asylum, you will see a grant of those. If you see a lot of people coming in just to take advantage of the system, you will see denials of those.
Yeah, it really just depends, he said, on how prepared they are. The other thing, too, he said these immigration officers now have a lot more power, responsibility. He hopes that everybody gets thorough training, that they all act in good faith. And like I mentioned earlier, they get to pretty much approve on the spot whether it's a yay or a nay. But for migrants who do get denied their asylum cases, they have the ability to appeal those in front of an immigration judge. As far as timing goes, this will take effect in about 60 days after this is published in the Federal Register. That happens next week. So you're talking about a start date that looks like May or June, Nichole. And by the way, this does not apply to unaccompanied minors.
All right, so Marky, we'll see what type of changes actually occur. Marky, thank you. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.